Hello students and my dear friends, myself Madhu Vancha, Associate Professor of Microbiology. In this session, we'll discuss some of the important multiple choice questions which will be helpful in the lab technician recruitment examination. First question, for decolorization of Mycobacterium leprae, which of following method is used? Option A, 3% acid alcohol. Option B, 20% acid alcohol. Option C, 5% acid alcohol. Option D, 1% acid alcohol. Here, the right answer is option D, that is 1% acid alcohol. Actually, we use 5% sulfuric acid for decolorization of Mycobacterium leprae. So generally we use sulfuric acid, 5% sulfuric acid, because Mycobacterium leprae is less acid fast. But another alternative for decolorization is acid alcohol. So instead of sulfuric acid, we can use acid alcohol also. So generally we use 1% of acid alcohol is used. So how to prepare acid alcohol? So generally 3 ml of HCl and it is mixed with 97 ml of ethanol. That is called as the acid alcohol. Next question, in which year Bombay blood group was discovered in India? Option A, 1980. Option B, 1970. Option C, 1962. Option D, 1952. Here, the right answer is option D, 1952. So if you see Bombay blood group. So Bombay blood group, or it is also called as HH blood group. So that is a rare blood phenotype. So it is first discovered in Mumbai, that is in Bombay. It is discovered by the scientist Dr. Y.M. Bende in the year 1952. Next question. In malaria, the form of plasmodia that is transmitted from mosquito to human is the option A, sporozoid, option B, merozoid, option C, gametocyte, option D, hypnozoid. Here, the right answer is sporozoid. So what is a sporozoid? Sporozoid, it is the infective form of malarial parasite. So this is sporozoid. It is present in the salivary gland of the female Anopheles mosquito and it is infective form to the humans. And it is transmitted by the bite of the female Anopheles mosquito. If you see other options, merozoids, see these merozoids, they are released after pre-erythrocytic shigella. And what is gametocytes? These merozoids, they develop into gametocytes. And what is meant by hypnozoids? If you see in case of Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale, so some of the sporozoids, after entering into the liver cells, they do not undergo asexual multiplication. So these sporozoids, they enter into the resting stage, that is dormant phase. So the resting phase is called as the hypnozoid. So here the sporozoid is the right answer. Sporozoid is the infective form to the humans. Next question, the dilution used for doing a total sperm count is option A, 1:100, option C, 1:200, option C, 1:50, option D, 1:20. Here the right answer is option D, 1:20. So 1:20 dilution is used. Next question, the CSF glucose concentration is reduced in option A, bacterial meningitis, option B, viral meningitis, option C, hyperglycemia, and option D, all of the above. So here the right answer is bacterial meningitis. If you see in case of bacterial meningitis, that is acute meningitis or pyogenic meningitis, in that cases, the CSF glucose concentration is reduced. Next question, the time for sperm count is best as option A, 1 hour after collection, option B, 2 hours after collection, option C, 3 hours after collection, option D, 4 hours after collection. Here the right answer is option A, 1 hour after collection. Next question, RPR is the screening test done for the diagnosis of Option A, gonorrhea. Option B, syphilis. Option C, typhoid. And option D, cholera. So here the right answer is option B, syphilis. So what is mean by RPR? RPR means rapid plasma reagent test. So the principle is the same like of VDRL test. So VDRL test, that is also one of the screening test for syphilis, and RPR is also it's based upon the principle of VDRL only. So it is also one of the screening test for syphilis, which is caused by Treponema pallidum. Next question, the gallbladder has capacity to store bile. Option A, 100 ml. Option B, 50 ml. Option C, 75 ml. Option D, 25 ml. Here, the right answer is 50 ml. So actually, the gallbladder, it can store in between 30 to 50 ml of the bile. Next question, hypertrophy indicates. Option A, increase in the size of cells. Option B, decrease in the size of the cells. Option C, increase in number of cells. Option D, decrease in number of cells. Here, the right answer is increase in size of the cells. So what is meant by hypertrophy? So as you know, hyper means excessive, trophy means growth. So here hypertrophy means that is thickening or enlargement of cells. That means increase in the size of the cells. So which leads to the so increase in the size of the cells of the respective tissue or organ is called as a hypertrophy. Next question, mast cells secrete which of the following to mediate anaphylactic shock? So anaphylactic shock, that is type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Option A, bradykinin. Option B, histamine. Option C, prostaglandin. And option D, SRSA. Okay. Here, the right answer is histamine. So histamine is released by the mast cells. It is most important in the human anaphylactic reaction, human anaphylaxis. So how this histamine is formed? It is formed by decarboxylation of histidine. So this histidine is present in the granules of mast cells, basophils, and platelets. So this histamine causes vasodilatation, increased capillary permeability, and contraction of smooth muscle. So here the right answer is histamine. Next, endothelium indicates the living epithelium of. Option A, heart. Option B, ventricle of the brain. Option C, blood vessel. And option D, uterus. Here the right answer is option C, blood vessel. So what is endothelium? It is a monolayer of endothelial cells. Endothelium is the monolayer of endothelial cells. It constitutes the inner cellular lining of the blood vessels and the lymphatic system. So this endothelium, it will be in the direct contact with the blood or lymph and circulating cells. Next question, the commonest sites of venous thrombosis is. Option A, heart. Option B, brain. Option C, lungs. Option D, deep cough veins. Here the right answer is option D, that is deep cough veins. So here venous thrombosis, it is also called as deep vein thrombosis, that is DVT. So here when the DVT occurs, it occurs when a thrombus. What is thrombus? Thrombus is the blood clot. So when this blood clots develops in the deep veins, so especially in the legs. So usually they occurs in the legs. So that is called as like a venous thrombosis. So this is serious condition. So if the blood clots are loosened and if they lodge into the lungs, and it leads to the pulmonary embolism. Next question, the most common source of an embolus is. Option A, foreign body in the circulation. Option B, air in the circulation. Option C, fat globules in the circulation. Option D, detached thrombus. Here the right answer is option D, detached thrombus. So what is meant by embolus? Embolus means a blood clot. Okay, embolus means a blood clot or air bubble or a piece of fatty deposit or other object. So these embolus that it is carried in the bloodstream and they lodge in a vessel and they causes embolism. So these either it may be foreign body or fatty deposit or air bubble. So they are entered into the bloodstream and they lodge in a vessel and they causes an embolism. So as you know, thrombus, it is a blood clot. So this thrombus, it may be detached and they may enter into the circulation as an embolus and finally lodging in and completely obstructing the blood vessels. They finally obstruct the blood vessels. Next question, which of the following act as chemical carcinogen? Option A, bradykinin. Option B, prostaglandin. Option C, histamine. And option D, hydrocarbon. So here the right answer is hydrocarbon. What is hydrocarbon? So hydrocarbon, it is an organic compound. It consists of hydrogen and carbon. And these hydrocarbons, they are mainly found in crude oil, natural gas, and coal. If you see polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, they causes skin, lung, bladder, liver, and stomach cancers. So here the right answer is hydrocarbon. It is a chemical carcinogen. If you see prostaglandin, histamine, bradykinin, so they mediate hypersensitivity reactions. Next question, milk is deficient in which vitamin? Option A, vitamin C. Option B, vitamin A. Option C, vitamin B. Option D, vitamin K. Here the right answer is option A, vitamin C. So milk, it doesn't contain the vitamin C. Next question, colony color of lactose fermenting bacteria on McConkey's agar. Option A, pink. Option B, colorless. Option C, green. Option D, black. Here the right answer is option A, pink. If you see McConkey's agar medium, it is the selective medium for gram-negative bacilli. So this gram-negative bacilli, they are mainly classified into three types. Based upon the ability to ferment the lactose, they are mainly classified into three types. That is lactose fermenters, non-lactose fermenters, and late lactose fermenters. Lactose fermenters, they produce pink color colonies on McConkey's agar medium. Non-lactose fermenters, they produce clear or colorless colonies on McConkey's agar medium. Late lactose fermenters, they produce pink color colonies on prolonged incubation period. Next question, gamma interferon produced by. So first of all, what is meant by interferon? So interferon, they are the glycoprotein substances. They have the antiviral activity. So here gamma interferons, they are produced by A, Kupffer cells, B, monocytes, C, CD4 lymphocytes, and option D, macrophage. Here the right answer is option C, CD4 lymphocytes. So as we know, interferons, they have the antiviral activity. They are the glycoprotein substances. See, these interferons, they are of three types: interferon alpha, interferon beta, and interferon gamma. Interferon alpha, they are produced by leukocytes. Interferon beta, they are produced by fibroblast and epithelial cells. And interferon gamma, they are produced by lymphocytes and natural killer cells. They have antiviral activity. Next question, eosinophilia is seen in. Eosinophilia means increase in eosinophil count. Option A, typhoid. Option B, pneumonia. Option C, asthma. Option D, chickenpox. Here the right answer is asthma. So in case of allergic reactions such as asthma, allergic rhinitis, in that cases only we can see the increase in the eosinophil count. So here the right answer is asthma. Next question, what is azoospermia? Here option A, absence of sperms in the seminal fluid. Option B, abnormal sperms in seminal fluid. Option C, excessive of sperms in seminal fluid. Option D, none of the above. Here the right answer is absence of sperms in seminal fluid. Azoospermia means absence of sperms in seminal fluid. Next question, androgen deficiency in semen is determined by option A, glucose test, option B, fructose test, option C, Benedict's test, option D, none of the above. Here, the right answer is option B, fructose test. So here, androgen deficiency in the semen, it is determined by the fructose test. Thank you.